But there are new enemies, even in Dungeon 1, they're invisible, so those can pose a problem to me because if I can't see them, they're gonna hit me. In fact, there's one there. Okay, the dagger's not really good from the front. I want a ridiculous overpowered weapon. And as for this, we'll play with this later. Starting out with a symmetrical lance 1+ for 356, off we go. Before we get started, you guys were kind enough to point out that the yellow is critical DPS, so I'm actually doing 209 DPS overall, unless I'm doing crits. But with the symmetrical lance, that means I'm doing a lot of critical hits as long as I've killed some recently. And this thing's pretty slow, I don't really like it. I'm actually gonna die and get something different. Like Vorpan 1 for 161 DPS. I'm gonna read out the proper one now. This does critical hits if I'm facing an enemy, it's easy to get in their face. Hi, I like your face. It doesn't have a lot of range, but critical hits as long as I'm facing them makes it pretty easy. And my first of many power-ups, as per usual, all damage all the time. Found the shop for the first time, they actually have the throwing knife which I'm tempted to use. Same with the Twin Daggers 3+ for 411 DPS, that's pretty good, but I'm not gonna buy anything, I'm gonna save my money for upgrades, I'll find better weapons. Another one of these, another 15%. Looks like those last two volunteers were my 30th kills, now I can play with even more reckless abandon. Did this pretty quick, but I've had a lot of coffee, so that makes sense. Is that my beloved Frost Blast? It is, and plus 50% damage when I'm at max HP. I might have to use this a lot, we'll see. The problem with that is sometimes I get a little carried away trying to freeze things that can't actually be frozen, and then they hit me, and that's a problem when I'm trying to do this without being hit. Not exactly my first choice, but I'll take it because it's something. Alright, my reward for all this isn't really the best in the world. 466 DPS for a symmetrical lance 4+. I don't really even want that. I don't really want that. I'll probably take this, believe it or not. Yeah, that was not what I wanted to do. Give me that. Finally upgraded health flask. Now I can use it 4 times, which is going to help keep me alive. But you know what? I shouldn't be getting hit anyway. Mutation 1, combo, 212 DPS for 8 seconds after killing an enemy. Would definitely feel a lot better about all this if I could find my whip. Really, as long as I have my Frost Blast, I think I'll be okay. And it's got a pretty good range on it. 54 more to go. Kind of forgot about the bats though. These could be an issue with a frying pan. They're not going to be very easy to hit. Just got hit. Didn't realize that if you freeze an enemy mid-attack, they'll unfreeze and continue that attack, so that was pretty poor timing on my part. I think I'll be okay, but now I really can't get hit by anything. Oh, that works out the chain. Perfect. I'll be okay. Found either the Lightning Bolt 2+ or the Sinew Slicer 2+. I'm taking the Sinew Slicer because it can do a bunch of the work for me. I like these lazy items because I can just go like this, and it's going to take care of all those idiots for me. Another upgrade. These seem to be few and far between, so I've got to make sure I find them all. And hard to see how many things are on the door with all the blood splatter. Just got hit again at a really, really bad time, so I don't know what to do about that. I did also find the Crossbow-matic 4, which is good because it works like the Sinew Slicer but can attack things in the air, so I don't have to worry about them. Since I don't think I have enough enemies left to do this perfectly anyway, I think I'm just gonna burn through this. We'll start on the next level. We'll get better items there anyway. Yep, my carelessness earlier has left me 20 enemies short of my goal. But that doesn't mean the bad choices have to stop now. Let's try the ossuary. Nothing new. I might upgrade Frost Blast to plus just because it's pretty cheap to do. The things aren't as good anymore, but you know what? That's fine. Now it looks like that. For 280 we'll reforge, maybe reforge again. And there we go. We got a gold star. Enemies hit by this will thaw more slowly. That sounds pretty good considering its aim is to freeze things. Next, I'm just gonna take Frenzy. Melee attacks give you a small amount of HP depending on if you have a speed buff or not, which I sometimes do. Now I'm pretty sure this is a harder route, but there's going to be better items here, and I can't hit those from behind or I'm going to take damage, so I got to be very careful. I'm probably going to use a lot of these things, that way I don't have to go near enemies. Especially because I don't really know what's in here. I don't really remember what those things do, and I got to remember that when I use stuff off the chain, it drops me off the chain. That's what got me into trouble last time. But oh yeah, those are the things that keep spawning. Whoops. I just kind of realized how hard this area is going to be. But you know what? We'll get through it. Just very, very slowly. And these things. I don't really remember what they do. I think they explode if you get close enough. Yeah, they throw out that big thing, so I'm going to stay way away from those for a while. 14 enemies though, I'm about a quarter of the way there. I finally find another one of these, and it doesn't give me a red choice. We'll take purple though, because purple is my second most used thing. The more damage that stuff can do, the easier my life is. Do I do it? 10 enemies without getting hit. I could totally do that. Let's take whatever this is. Give me something good though. Give me something really good. That's not really good. Well, you know what? I'll take one of these though. The scrolls are always worth it. The multiple Nogs bow does 859 DPS because it's 5++. I'm actually going to use that over my frying pan, I think. I'm going to try it at least. Yeah, that could work out because now I can attack things from a distance. Nero's come back to me. And now that it's in my possession, 988 DPS. Just gotta be extra careful not to get hit by anything at all. Kind of wish I found this first. We have Lightning Bolt, which is decent. Balance Blade 4+. Nothing here I want. What is that thing? Whatever it is, I'm not really going to go near it. Because one hit and I'm done. I probably also got to be careful about firing my bow in the wrong direction because I think if I hit a spiky thing in the back, it's going to give me damage. And I don't want that. How do we approach this guy? Do I slam him and run? Oh, that didn't work. Get away. No, okay, one more slam and we'll do it. Had me worried for a sec. I thought he was going to get me with that. Curse is lifted. I'm at 32 enemy streak. Maybe there's not as many enemies in this dungeon. Hopefully it's only 30 because like I've basically done the whole thing, I think. Elevators make me nervous. I never know if they're taking me straight into battle or not. All right, we're going to stand back of that stuff and continually frost blast things. That way I don't get hit. Power up, 15%. What does that put my bow up to now? 1136. That's pretty good, pretty early on. I wasn't as close to the end of the dungeon as I thought. So we're at 43 enemies now. Still haven't been hit by a single thing, so we're still looking good. Another 15% damage. And how many? 10 enemies left to go before we get our reward. Hopefully we do get rewarded for this floor, otherwise I'm wasting a lot of time. Just about to the end of the dungeon. I think 56 killed, so I got 4 more to find somewhere out here. And I found them, 2 more to go. One's a big explodey thing, one's a green idiot. You know what, we'll maybe go for the 2 that are easier to kill, for obvious reasons. Because we can probably kill them from here. There we go, there's 60, and I think I got my reward. Now I can do what I normally do and screw around a bunch. There's a bomb, what is it? Powerful grenade 4. We're going to recycle that. As fun as it is, I like the things where I don't really have to do any effort. Wow, I'm glad I found that out after I got 60 enemies. If the elevator lands on top of you, it hurts you. And that actually did all that damage. That's quite a bit. That's like 1/5, 1/6 of my health. This bow is actually pretty good. I should have been using it more. I was just really scared to hit something I shouldn't be. Oh, I don't have my boss cell activated. I wonder what's back there. And there's the end with another 21 kill streak on top of what I had. Time for my reward. Come on, whip. Frying pan, necklace, and bomb. Okay, well, the frying pan is 6+ for 1129 DPS. The amulet's not bad. Still nothing I really wanted, but I'll probably take the amulet. I'm sure this would be more damage once I had it equipped, but I've got to be so close to things. I'd rather have the bow and arrow, so we're going to take the amulet. Next, I'm going with my new perk. Melee attacks loaded on enemies for 0.7 seconds. I will eventually use a melee weapon again, so that'll come in handy. And now we've got a boss fight, and I've never done one of these with ranged attack. I did the lightning, but I took a lot of damage because I was holding the lightning too long, as it turns out. So I'm hoping I can actually just kind of go like this a lot. Keep him distracted with that and freeze him when he gets close and hopefully get through him. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Okay, we're going around him this time. There we go. We're looking good. Out of ammo. Took damage. I really didn't want to take damage there. But I can see the key to like beating this guy without taking damage would be ranged weapons like I'm using. Just keeping my distance like this. Rolling through him when he gets close. Keep your little things there. Keep him bleeding. It was that easy. I did take a few hits there because I wasn't really paying attention, but I was close. So I got a blueprint for tranquility. We got a frantic sword 3, which is a little outdated by this point. And crossbow-matic 3, which for those of us that can count is 1 worse than the one we're currently using. I just realized I could have been sending my head up to the new areas up those hallways I could never figure out how to climb. Now I know how. So a little late, but we got that figured out finally. And only 60 enemies to go. I can't wait. We'll be done before you know it. Not sure what I just killed, but it was something pretty good over there apparently because it made a big scene about it. I always just find my arrows that way. We got a ruby amulet 6, which is pretty much the same thing we were just rewarded for. A big chest. Please give me something worthwhile for the first time ever. Symmetrical lance 5. No thanks. Alright, I was hoping to find one of these a little further into the game, but you know what? I won't complain now. There's a legendary item right there. I've just got to get to it without dying or taking any damage for that matter. Which starts with killing those, and then getting out of the way of the bomb. And it looks like we got a broadsword. A broadsword 5 legendary, 3156 basic DPS. It does have a star, 50% critical damage on your max HP, blah blah blah. So you know what? We're probably going to use that over our bow. I don't love that choice, but I love the damage. And combined with our frosting, we'll be alright. So multiple bow, you can go. But 3156 DPS, I will not complain with that. I can't wait to hit something with it. And we got a nutcracker, 4+, and a bomb. Both of which are garbage, so we're recycling this one. I just really hope I don't regret this choice. Let's see how it works. So I'll freeze and then smash. I think it's going to work pretty good. I'm going to miss the range, but the damage is maybe worth it. These guys up here will be 60-61. Done. Now I get my reward no matter what I do. Unless I die, which is always a possibility. Was this the place I tried last time that I hated so much because it was dark? I'm not doing that. I might actually have to because I used my key going to that other area and I think I was supposed to use it here, so I'm committed. That's fine, we'll make that work. I've got enough coffee for anything today. A throwing knife 7+ is kind of tempting in a way, and shots pierce enemies. It's very tempting to take that right now because that's actually hugely helpful, but I might take the sinew slicer because my frost blast is really what I need in combination with my sword. We're going to do that. We're going from 2+ to 7+. That's going to turn the DPS up and make it all sorts of better. On to my next nightmare. Just like I remembered, I'm going to pay attention to what I have to do this time. Follow the light, which I'm pretty sure involves me sacrificing money and getting rid of one of my items. I don't really want to do that, but I guess I will. Probably this one. Yep. Guess we don't really have a choice there, so wait. I might be able to bring that back at the end. I'm not going to sacrifice it yet. Okay, lights stay on, please. This is going to be difficult, being what kind of enemies we have here. I'm going to have to freeze them a lot and hit them and pay very close attention to what's going on. With the dark distraction, that's not going to be easy. Okay, and they can attack and see through walls. Maybe the trick is to be quicker than them. Freeze, smash, dodge. Got it. Freeze, smash, dodge. As long as I keep up that, I'll be fine. Alright, so far so good. 5 of the most stressful enemies I've ever encountered. It's rewarding me with weapons I don't need, though. Well, at least I'll take the money for that. You could have made the walk here shorter, by the way. Didn't really realize there was bats in here either, so that's gonna make things more difficult. Okay, no, we already got hit. Wonderful. That's what I get for not paying attention. Yeah, corners like this might just not be possible to do without taking any damage. I definitely got hit once already. Now I've got it under control, but to get in here, no, I'm still taking damage from something. Yep, this is one of those little corners that would have been just... I just don't quite have the right setup to deal with all that stuff. Alright, whoops. Oh, you take damage with your head, I get it. Okay, it's too dark up here anyway. I'm not really in the mood for exploring right now because I'm going dark and taking damage. Twin Daggers 5+, or Frost Grenade. Neither. What's our damage at, by the way? About 5,000 DPS. Plain DPS, not crit. Yeah, the problem with this is it's too hard to see things. Like, I'm getting hit by projectiles through walls and I don't really see them coming just because of the colors or whatever. So, yeah, this one's going to be a write-up. I'm just going to make it through. We'll fix it on the next level. At least I do have my sword, which is super powerful. It's one-shotting basically everything, which kind of helps, but also gives me a little bit of false confidence that I probably don't need. I had like a 35 kill streak and I lost it. I don't even know what hurt me, but something did. So off we go. I also forgot to go back for that thing I wanted, so we're just going to upgrade this to plus quality. Now what do we got? 100% damage to poison, extra to frozen, generates toxic. First shot pierces the target. Okay, that's good enough for me. It's better than it was before. And for the next boss fight, we're probably not going to do this without taking damage, but 6,347 plain DPS. Would feel so much better about this if I had better stuff. Okay, I'm going to freeze you, then hit you really hard, and then hit you. Yeah, once I do hit him with this, it does massive damage to him. Whoops. We're okay still. Even just that little thing, like, could probably kill him as long as I'm just avoiding his attacks. Easier said than done though, isn't it? Okay, freeze? Nope, never mind. He's hard to get a hold of. His weapon's so slow. When I do hit him, I take huge bites of his health, but it's hard to time. And yeah, I basically hit him with one big shot at the end. If I can time those, I hit him for huge damage, but I can't freeze him for long enough. But I'm pretty sure that was the easiest time I've ever had fighting him, because that was pretty effortless. We got a blueprint, some money, powerful grenade, whatever we don't want, and a sword we probably don't want either. Number 5. I have a 5 legendary, which I think boosts it 7 points, so it's about 12 quality. Tempted to redo the modifiers on this, but I also just want a different weapon. I've got the one that like makes light or something, and I don't really need that right now. All those going into there, 35% plus quality. Alright, pressure's on. Last chance to get a kill streak, a proper one. I know how they work here now, they shouldn't be that bad. Especially if I just take the lazy, like, slow approach to things. I don't think anything can really hit me too bad if I'm up here. Oh, a sword that I normally can't reach. I think my head thing probably can, so let's see how this works. Okay, you, yeah, double jump up there. We actually pick it up. Oh, we can bring stuff back. I see. All right, you put it down there, and it's a balance blade 6, which isn't bad, but I don't want it, so I'm going to sell it. Nope, wrong button. I found 2 enemies so far in this entire dungeon, plus a chest. It's a very strange dungeon. 4 pan, 7, goodbye. These guys kind of make me nervous just because of their range, but as long as I can freeze them, I can one-shot them. These guys I'm not so sure about, so let's try. Freeze. 2 hits, but that's fine. I can kill them before they can do anything about it. That guy dropped a big red scroll because it's rare. Tornado. That sounds wonderfully dangerous for everyone involved. Oh, don't get hit by that. Just got hit because I'm in a really stupid spot where everything can pierce you through the walls, and it really does a lot of damage. So I think I'll be okay still, but I cannot do that again. And there's some definitely tricky spots in this level to navigate. That might have actually boned me, to be honest, because I think it was about a 30 kill streak, but you can see all these boxes and squares in the area. Well, they can lance through those, so can bombs. I didn't even see the one that hit me. It was off screen. And so that really stings right now. I literally just made the same mistake again. I basically did that, and he did that through the wall. I dropped down to just try and jump on an enemy and didn't see it. So I think that's probably boned for finding an upgrade here, but we'll see. I was hoping I wasn't going to have to fight these guys under these circumstances, but now I'm going to. So I'm mostly just going to freeze him, and hopefully I can hit him in the front. Nope, he turned around as I hit him. So that reset my streak again. Outstanding. Here's another elite. He's not going to do anything until he's activated, so I'm going to try and hit him first. Nope, he's activated. Yeah, okay. See, this is why my streaks are failing right now. I'm just doing too many stupid things. This is a cool amulet, though. Otherwise, the damage you get is afflicted on the enemy, so it's like a thorns thing. Anyways, where was I doing? Oh yeah, getting hit by everything ever in this dungeon. Time for the next 2 of them. Elites, that shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'm not really sure what's happening. Let's freeze it and smash it. Yeah, we did that without taking damage. Not that that really matters now, but you know what? It still matters to me a little bit. And one more fight with this big guy. I'd probably be able to just smash him. Door 1, door 2, going through to the throne room. Hopefully it has something amazing here and more of the usual stuff. Gonna recycle that, take the upgrade. This is 6+. We found better than that along the ways. I do like throwing knives, but not this time. As for that thing, can we use this to get there? Do you not stick to roofs? Oh, you go around the spikes anyway. I get it. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and drop this over here. Or somewhere we can get it. And there we go. Boomerang. I'm actually impressed with how poorly I did this dungeon. Normally this one, like, I think I have it all figured out. And then I get hit, like, every 10 seconds. Wait, too far? My head has a range. That was Simply Powerful Grenade for 3,766 damage. Might as well take that over the Nightlight because that doesn't do anything. So what's our damage now before moving on? 8,394 DPS, non-critical. That's pretty high. Really, really disappointed in that. Tornado inflicts damage on all targets caught inside, changes direction when it hits a wall. That's something we might play with down the road. For now, I don't really know what I'm unlocking. Basically things like this. While I'm here about to fight the boss, let's get my bomb a little more power. That gave it an extra 600 damage. And that's about it. I'll go in armed with my legendary sword, and I'm happy with that because it does do a ton of damage. I was just hoping instead of a 5 legendary, it would be a 10 legendary. But you know what? I think he's going to die pretty easily. So, whoops. Don't want to take too many hits. It's that third hit that does all the damage. Yeah, look at the big bites I can take out of him. Probably lay down one of my things too. That would help. Don't get hit by the scorpion. Leave the elite for a second. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, freeze you. Smash, smash. Done. And big hit for him. Yeah, that's working out great. Whoops. Don't fall into spikes. I could almost just tank right through him because that third hit does, you know, big chunk off his health. These got to go somewhere. Whoops, hit it. And put another one of these down, and we're good to go. Yeah, just rinse and repeat. I'm going to try not to heal. I know this is going to be super risky and stupid, but it's what I'm going to do. Whoop, get away from those. I don't think I get healed for killing enemies like I normally do either. Yeah, I'm going to have to heal. There it is, healing, and freeze. Freeze them. There we are. 1, 2, dead. Well, once again, that proves damage does overcome skill. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm disappointed in myself. Now, if we turn on boss cell 1, which is the hardest we can do, reduces the number of health fountains and lets you acquire boss cells, 100% forge rank stuff, whatever, it gets harder. Trust me, it gets harder. Assassin's Dagger isn't a bad start. Critical hits in the back. I do like to get behind things. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use a bow and arrow instead of a shield. Assassin's Dagger is good because I often roll behind things and then attack them moving the other way, so yeah, that works out. Enemies are a little bit stronger. There's even a different... Whoops. Wow. Screwed it up already. We're off to a good start. Anyways, there's a blood sword. Don't think I want that, really. Okay, I'm going to refocus and get back to paying attention, but there are new enemies. Even in Dungeon 1, they're invisible, so those can pose a problem to me because if I can't see them, they're going to hit me. In fact, there's one there. Okay, the dagger's not really good from the front, but you see what I mean? As long as I get behind them, I'll be alright. So I just got to attack from the back. And like, I'm not going to see them if I'm busy in a fight because I have trouble seeing what's going on around me. You're so focused on the enemy you're fighting, you're not really paying attention to your surroundings. Come on, big reward. I am on hard mode after all. Lightning. Yeah, I can handle lightning as a backup, absolutely. This might make it easier for me because I can just kind of go zip zap like that and then get away. A little bit of damage from a distance, especially if I get that upgraded. Right now it's not that strong, but it does have nice range on it. Gonna pay $1,900 to see just how good this throwing knife is. I'm actually gonna take that over my lightning. The lightning's fun, but there's too much risk to hurt myself with it. This, I can just hit them, they'll start bleeding, they'll take damage over time, I can move safely away. The shop has offered me both the items I need, 3 and 3, so I'm gonna take both of those. Absolutely, that's worth the money. And now I can hopefully move forward, getting my streaks. This is enemy 31. I'm just going to kill an extra one for good measure, and I'm not even going to bother to kill the rest. I can see the map. There's nothing I want. My reward for that is Firebrands 4+, my electric whip, which is my favorite thing ever, 4+, and movement speed. So yep, that's going to be a good one for me. I didn't even see what the last thing was. I got excited to see my whip. The first thing I'm going to do is spend 10,000 of my 13,000 gold upgrading to plus quality just because I want better whip. 560 DPS, I could work with that for now. We're still early on. Not much money for anything else, that's fine. Next, I'm just going to take the extra DPS because I'm going to be killing a lot of enemies. The faster they die, the faster they die. 1 health recharge, don't think I need that anyway, so we're good. Didn't exactly take me a long time to find a legendary frying pan. Level 2, 3L. For 561 DPS. Given that I have a whip and a throwing knife, I'm going to use this as a secondary, but probably not very much. If I get a chance to get close to something, I'll hit it in the face with it, but I like my whip better. And there's 60 things killed, plus I get to go through a boss door for the first time ever, which leads me to a shop that has 4+ items. Not worth it. We're going to take the easy route because everything's strong. My reward for 60, Twin Daggers 5+, Amulet 5, or Freeze Bomb. Not the greatest options, so I'm going to take the Golden Amulet. Mostly because that 2 extra jumps midair. It's probably going to screw me up at some point, but you know what? Whatever. Next, I'm going with melee attacks, give you back a small amount of HP if I have an active speed buff because I'm going to need that. This was 1 hit. It took off almost a quarter of my life. So that's going to make it pretty hard to do. And now that we're here, we're dealing with these guys already, so that's going to be a nightmare. I think I know how to deal with them now at least, so this shouldn't be too bad. Big chest, halfway through my streak. Slightly better sinew slicer, I'll take it. And thanks to this mighty whip of mine, we're at a streak of 64, so I'm going to finish out this level however I want. So I'm basically going to smash my way through it, not unlike that. It's very easy with the whip. I don't want to touch this, kind of don't want to touch this. I'm going to touch it. So 10 enemies to go, Skull of Power, obviously, more damage. Ice Grenade 4++ is kind of tempting to take, but not going to. 3 enemies left to whip to death, and got him. 114 kill streak. My reward for that, multiple Nox bow, 6+ for 501, wolf trap, and infantry grenade. I don't really want any of this. The bow maybe is a secondary, but the frying pan still does a ton of damage. I mean, my whip already does more damage than the frying pan anyways. The critical hit's a different story, but we're gonna take this and replace it with the frying pan. What did I just do? Oh, I sold it. Yeah, I held R again. I gotta stop doing that. At least that wasn't an item I care about. As long as I have my whip, I'm fine. And I'm gonna spend a bit of money here and upgrade both my items to plus quality just to give them a little extra damage and whatever. That should be fun. Then I'm also gonna go melee attack, slow down enemies for 0.8 seconds. Don't need this. Time for the boss fight. Might be able to do this without taking damage, but I doubt it. Mostly I'm gonna rely on my little things and my whip. I can hit him from quite a ways away with the whip, but not too far. And no, I already took damage. So yep, that's not gonna happen. Mostly just going to try not to get hit because he's going to do a ton of damage and I don't have a ton of health to spare. I don't know what just happened. He jumped on top of me and suddenly I lost all my health. That sucks. I was doing so good. That whip was destroying everything. Except him. I don't know what that was. I was doing fine. I was doing great. Barely taking damage. He jumps on top of me, drains all my health. So, I guess next time.